it was 5 days, Monday through Friday. The first 3 days, well, the first 2 days were 105 degrees. And this is in New Hampshire, by the way. So I don't think anybody there has ever experienced that temperature, really.
Yeah.
It was next level hot. Wednesday was still low 90s. So I thought we were going to get some reprieve on Wednesday, but it still felt stupidly hot.
Yeah.
So a lot of the first 3 days, we had to get super creative on how to survive, basically.
And you're in a valley too. Like you're surrounded by the most beautiful mountains ever, but you're surrounded by like, this really hilly, undulating like terrain. So it's like you don't really get a chance to get a good breeze through there either. Like that's one of the tougher parts is like it's kind of encased in, a little bit like buds. So that had to be really tough for you guys too, just essentially baking in a big oven.
You could just taste it. It was so humid and stale the first couple of days. And so day one at summer camp, we did an amazing job this year of creating a little bit more of a slower cadence. I think the biggest lesson we learned from our very first summer camp last year at Tomahawk is we came out swinging on Monday. I jam-packed too much stuff into the schedule. And by Tuesday morning, you could just tell by the looks on everyone's faces, like, we overdid it. We overdid it.
Yeah.
So I tailored the schedule. I dialed it back a little bit for Sunset Ridge last year. And I even dialed it back a little bit from that to this year. And I'm so glad that I did. Because it's day one, everybody trying to get acclimated and comfortable. Nerves are usually high for a lot of the riders, which depletes your energy even quicker. And that was something that I think a lot of people experienced maybe for the first time. I'm used to it because I'm used to being a head case in Supercross. And I know what it feels like to have your legs feel like they're at 20% of their normal strength just because you're nervous, or the fact that you can't eat. So then you just get more depleted throughout the day.
Yeah.
I've had that experience before, but there was 3 or 4 people on Monday that they came up to me, at 2:00, and I could just tell by the looks on their faces. And I just had to give them a kind of a sit down, pulled them over to the shade, sat down with them, just listen, nobody's judging you. If you need to do 1 lap at a time, if you even need to do a half a lap at a time because you're that tired, do what you can. Also, don't overdo it because we have 5 days left.
Yeah.
So take your time here. And I had to keep reminding them too that them working themselves up and getting nervous, it was just making them tired more quickly. But it's like, yeah, we got through Monday with the heat, the river. I had never, in all of my years of going to Winchester, I had never even seen the river, never mind gone in it.
Are you serious?
Never even had seen it. Never had gone over there.
Gosh. Oh,
It is such a cool-
too busy winning, the podium's just
I
far
was
away
just
from it.
way too busy just eating the competition alive. Just way too busy. And I mean, my dad wouldn't have really, my dad wanted me to kind of stay put in between motos, I feel like, because every time, I remember at Loretta's one time, I rode off on a BMX bike to go explore and build some jumps. So I had a shovel on my handlebars. And I rode too close to the person riding the bike next to me. And so the shovel hit him and then I fell and my hand landed on the shovel. And I don't know if I've told this story in the podcast. I have the scar right here. Big scar too. I sliced open the whole palm of my hand on this shovel. And this was Monday at Loretta's. So just imagine how my dad reacted. And then I kid you not, we get back from Loretta's. And then it felt like just a few weeks later, we went to Marshfield Fair Supercross. And I was riding a unicycle and I crashed onto a rock on the unicycle and sliced open my palm. You could see the scar an inch above the other scar on my palm.
Yeah, you guys sit down.
So my dad was just like, AJ, what are you doing? What are you doing here?
Yeah.
So no river at Winchester. So all that to say, no river at Winchester Speed Park. This was the first time I saw it. It's so cool. There's a little, like, not cliff jump, but like a little 5-foot ledge to jump off.
Yep.
There's 2 little rope swings set up. Which are like perfect height. And so what we did is there was a team activity on Tuesday. I think Monday we did the team activity as we were supposed to. Tuesday, I was like, screw it. No dirt bike team activity. We're going in the river. This was midway through the day. It wasn't even end of the day. I said, everybody get your gear off. We're going over the river and we're going to hang out in the river for an hour. And we did. And it was like the reset that the whole group needed. It was perfect. And another thing that we did on Tuesday, and this might sound obvious, is when we were teaching, we had everybody in the shade. For Monday, everybody was in the sun the whole day, and it just ate us alive because the sections we were working weren't close to shade. Right. So it wasn't like it wasn't something on our minds like, all right, well, we're working this section, so we're going to stand by this section. If you guys enjoyed that podcast clip, you can listen to full episodes on Apple Music and Spotify. And make sure, if you haven't already, join our community inside of the Moto Academy app. Go to themotoacademy.com today. I'll see you guys inside the community.